Fox Sports.
We are Blackmore. We are LA.
The Angels enter their last interleague series of the season with a 10-5 record against the National League, including a series win last week against their neighbors to the north. These two meet again tonight for the 90th time since interleague play began, as the Angels look for their 7th straight series win at home against the senior circuit. The Freeway Series resumes next on Fox Sports West. It is the last weekend of interleague action throughout Major League Baseball. We have a gorgeous night for baseball here at the Big A. The Freeway Series continues tonight. Your Angels welcome in their crosstown rivals, the Los Angeles Dodgers, for Game 1 of a 3-game set. It's brought to you by Kawasaki ATVs. Hi, everybody from inside the Big A. We welcome you back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West. I'm Victor Rojas, along with my partner, Mark Gubuza. The Angels offense, of course, has one catalyst right now. That is Mike Trout. He has been absolutely spectacular for this team. The Halos, as a matter of fact, started off with a 6-14 record. They've gone 32-18 since. And you can point to that one guy at the top of the order as the catalyst for this team.
Yeah, Victor, so important to have a guy not only be able to see a lot of pitches, but get on base, steal bases, drive the ball out of the ballpark on occasion, extra base hit capability. Mike Trout has done it all for this club. Dynamic offensive threat. He can hit the ball in the alleys, can put this pressure on the defense with his speed alone. Drives into runs, scores the runs, and of course can drive the ball out of the ballpark. The Dodgers say hit that ball well out of the yard. Able to come back. They made it 2-1 in that game and ended up tying it up later on with a swing the other way. Inside-out approach, 338 batting average for him, which is second best. 19 steals. But of all, what he's done as far as scoring runs, 40 since May 1st, 353 batting average since May 1st. He's done it all offensively, and of course you do it with the glove out there in the defense in center field too.
Yeah, the amazing thing is his splits are right down the middle between home and road, and we'll talk about that during the game. Tonight the Angels will be sending Dan Haren to the hill. He'll be opposed by Chad Billingsley. We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A, so sit back and relax. We'll bring you the lineups and the first pitch right after this. To go, they are just waiting on Dan Haren, Mike Scioscia, Don Mattingly discussing the ground rules at the home plate area. The Angels wearing their all-white uniforms. Haren, of course, with a couple of days of extra rest for him since his last start. It was Friday against the Arizona Diamondbacks. He is just about ready. Jared Weaver, of course, came off the DL and got the start on Wednesday, which would have been the normal day for Haren, but he got pushed back with the off day to tonight. Bobby Wilson is hanging behind the home plate area, waiting for these guys to clear out.
It's a pretty long discussion for
the
ground rules.
Ball goes over the fence, it's still a home run, and so on and so forth. I mean, how many times have these two teams have played in this ballpark? But Mike Scioscia, Don Mattingly talking things over, and we will go through the starting lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers with a 42-28 record sitting atop the National League West. They are, of course, in first place. D. Gordon leading things off. He is the shortstop. Jerry Hairston Jr. is at second base. Andre Ethier in right field. Bobby Abreu, the former Halo, is the cleanup hitter and DH tonight. Juan Rivera will get the start in left field. James Lodi will bat sixth and play first. Adam Kennedy will bat seventh and play third base. A.J. Yalos is doing the catching, batting eighth. And Tony Gwynn Jr. is patrolling center field while the injured Matt Kemp remains on the disabled list for the second time due to a hamstring problem. They'll be facing Dan Haren, who comes into this one with a 4-7 mark and a 3.97 ERA.
5-5 in his career versus the Dodgers with an ERA 3.27, 15-8 overall in interleague play for Dan Haren. And we talked about him reestablishing his fastball and, of course, utilizing his very good slider to the glove side against right-handed batters. That's where he's struggled the most. Batting average over 320 versus right-handed batters, which is unusual for Dan Haren to have that kind of struggles against him.
I mentioned Dan got the start last Friday against the Arizona Diamondbacks, and he struggled in that game. 5 runs, all earned, on 8 hits and 6 in the third innings. Took the loss in that ball game. That was his 7th of the year. It was his first start and loss against his former team. It was the 4th start of the season, allowing 5 or more runs. The svelte D. Gordon steps to the plate. The shortstop hitting .224 on the year with a home run and 15 runs batted in, 7 doubles and 1 triple. Dodgers coming off a series sweep. They were swept at the Coliseum in Oakland by the Athletics. Scored swings the first one, but a 1 bouncer back to Haren. 1 away. Defensively for the Halos tonight, you've got Mark Trumbo in left, Mike Trout is in center, Torrey Hunter's in right. The infield has Alberto Callasco, Eric Ivar, Howie Kendrick, and Albert Pujols around from third to first, and Bobby Wilson doing the catcher.
The 2-time Gold Glover from the National League has been outstanding, especially of late in this homestand. He's basically saved some games with his glove, first against the Diamondbacks, and of course then back-to-back games against the Giants. Only 2 errors this year, well over 600 total chances, turned 51 double plays already this season.
Jerry Hairston Jr. will step in now, hitting .304 as he looks at a strike on the outside corner. The Angels played the Dodgers on June 11th through the 13th. The Halos dropped the opening game, dropped the second game of that series, took the bookends, first and third, as Hairston singles here with an out and is on board. And we'll take a look at our Hyundai key to the game before Andre Ethier steps to the plate.
One little Steve Winwood for you tonight, Victor. Back in the high life again. For Dan Haren, for me, to be successful, he shows up in the strike zone but lives down in the strike zone with his split-finger fastball, his slider, and, of course, his two-seam fastball. We saw him this dominating performance in Seattle by pitching to the knees on the outer part of the plate consistently, both the right-handed batters and left-handed batters. So up in the strike zone for show, finish off down below the knees.
Andre Ethier steps in. He is the National League leader in runs batted in with 55. Hitting .283 on the season with 10 home runs, 20 doubles, 1 triple as he looks at the strike. Ethier has been slumping just a bit. He went into that series against the Angels at Dodger Stadium with a .292 average, hitting .283 now as he swings and misses. Bobby Wilson with a snap throw to first. Pujols doing his part to keep that baseball near the bag at first.
And the throw was kind of taken away from by Ethier when he threw the ball, was right at him. Bobby Wilson had a clear shot at Harrison, but
Ether doesn't have to move out of the way, stay right in his position, and messed up his throw, but still a good idea to always throw that back pick to keep that base runner close as far as the secondary lead.
Little number foul. Ether out in front of the off-speed pitch. And the count remains at no balls and 2 strikes.
Ether was 3 for 11 in the series against the Angels at Dodger Stadium with 3 RBI. Always had success in his career versus Angel pitching. 313, 5 home runs, and 23 RBI.
Harrison with a short lead at first. Bluffing as if he were going over there, and that's why Haren stepped off. Oh, 2 pitch. This one lined to right field, a base hit, a hanging breaking pitch. Harrison will stop at second. So back-to-back hits after retiring Gordon on 1 pitch. The Dodgers with a couple of men on for Bobby Abreu.
Well, just like we said, for Dan to be successful, you have to try to work down in the strike zone. Again, an elevated pitch. Got his all-speed pitch up, and Ether was able to hit that into right field. A mistake pitch. Again, he's got to go upstairs with the fastball above the letters, but he's got to live downstairs with that split finger fastball, and of course, slider, also even cut fastball.
Here's Bobby, released by the Angels on April the 30th. Signed by the Dodgers, hitting .302 for the Dodgers with a home run, 10 runs batted in, 7 doubles and a triple. As he rips one out to deep right field, the Dodgers are going to be up 3-0. Bobby Abreu, a guy that usually takes a lot of pitches. Not wasting any time, pulling the trigger on the very first one of the Dodgers, just like that, strike first.
So that's a veteran move right there. Bobby Abreu, who's played with the Angels. Everyone knows him, the guy that's very patient at the plate. Very rarely does he swing at that first pitch, but he was determined right away to jump on that first pitch fastball, and he got a fastball to hit. Second home run of the year as a Dodger here for Bobby, right down the middle of the plate. No doubter. 13 RBI now for Bobby Abreu.
So base is clear with 1 out. Juan Rivera looks at a breaking pitch for a strike.
Well, you can almost tell by the reaction in that dugout that he had said, I'm going to jump on that first pitch. And he got a fastball hit first pitch.
Check swing foul, and it's an 0-2 count on Rivera. Hitting .250 with 3 home runs, 22 runs batted, and he had the game winner in that second game of this series, that Tuesday night at Dodger Stadium. 22 runs batted in. Juan has spent some time with the disabled list, missing 24 games due to a hamstring issue. Gets jammed, and that's rolled foul toward the Angel dugout. So back-to-back singles by Hairston and Ether's really the one that you really wanted, because you got him to chase an 0-2 splitter. He just got a piece of it, then hung another one. That's when he got the single to right field. Then Abreu with 1 swing of the bat, putting the Dodgers up 3-0. Just the 45th home run for the Dodgers this year. Rivera pops this one up. Eric Ibar out into shallow left field is there. 2 down.
Dan has thrown nothing but strikes in this game. He's thrown 12 pitches, all strikes. It's the Dodger team that scored a total of 2 runs up in Oakland. They struggled offensively.
That's
when you get ahead of the count, that's when you have to have that mindset of throwing your best pitch. You have a chance to expand the zone. Granted, Dan's been around a long time and knows how to get those people out via a split finger fastball or slider, but you just have to finish off that pitch.
13th home run allowed for Dan Haren this year. James Loney takes downstairs, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Haren, by the way, gave up 20 home runs last year, 34 starts for the Halos. Loney hitting .257. Batting in the 6th spot of the order. He's ahead of the count at 2 balls and no strikes. Loney with 13 doubles, 2 home runs, and 21 runs batted in. It's 3 balls and no strikes. I mentioned during the pregame show, and if you weren't with us, about Dan Haren and his numbers as far as the extra days of rest. As that one is in for strike 3 and 1. Most starting pitchers have 4 days between starts. He's been okay with 5 days of rest, but at 6 or more days of rest is when the jump really occurs. That one is in shot, and it's a 2-out walk. Haren with 6 or more days of rest in his career. A 3-11 record, a 5.71 ERA.
And I think when you look at Dan Haren, he's a guy that wants the baseball every 5th day. He's prided himself on that, avoiding the disabled list. But the reality is, I felt coming in this game, and I think as the game progresses, he's going to get back to hitting his spots, that it's not a bad thing for him to get a little bit of rest, because he had struggled his 2 games before this. And certain guys, if you're a sinker ball pitcher, the extra day's rest is not a good thing for you, because you want to feel weaker rather than stronger if you're a sinker ball pitcher. But if you're a power pitcher, like Dan is, sometimes those extra days is actually a blessing.
Adam Kennedy looks at his strike. The count even now at 1-1. 223 average for Kennedy. 4 doubles, a triple, 8 runs batted in. Getting to start in this game at third base. Spent last year with the Seattle Mariners. And a 1-1 pitch. It's fouled off to left. 1-2. Just joining us, the Dodgers with a 3-run home run by Bobby Abreu, the cleanup hitter in DH tonight. 1 out here in the first. Bobby's second as a member of the Dodgers. They have not hit many of them, especially with Matt Kemp out of the lineup. 14th in the National League in that category. As Kennedy takes upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
So now with that elevated fastball, now he has an opportunity to throw a split finger fastball away. He changed the eye level. Now you can go down and away.
Full count. Loney with 2 outs will be off at the pitch at first base. And he walked it. Back-to-back walks. Puts 2 on with 2 outs. And A.J. Ellis, the catcher, coming to the plate. Socio calling for Mike Butcher to go out and pay a visit. And really, it's kind of the running theme for Dan. He's had some great games, but there have been times when the control and the issue has gone away from him. His best game, without question, this year was the start he had on May 24th at Safeco Field against the Mariners. 9 innings, just 4 hits, 14 strikeouts in that game. And the walks really have been limited, although for Dan Haren this year, walks are up as far as the rate of the base on balls. He misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes, and all of a sudden it just seems like he's starting to become more of a nibbler a little bit, trying to really pick at that corner where he used to be the guy that would come at you regardless of the situation.
Sometimes those things happen when guys starting to get good at bats against you. You're reluctant to challenge.
Ellis pops this one up to shallow right. Pujols going out. Kendrick cutting across. Albert in foul territory makes the catch. The inning comes to an end, but the Dodgers, with 1 swing of the bat, take the early lead as we head to the bottom of the first. Dodgers up 3-0. You have a 3-0 lead, and we'll take a look at Mike Scioscia starting 9 for this Friday night. The Halos 5 games back in the American League West at 38-32. Have Mike Trout leading things off at center field. It's Torrey Hunter in right, Albert Pujols at first base. Kendrys Morales is the cleanup hitter at DH. Mark Trumbo is in left field. Alberto Callasco playing third. Howie Kendrick at second. It's Eric Ibar at shortstop. Bobby Wilson will bat ninth and do the catching as they take on the 27-year-old right-hander. A native of Defiance, Ohio, makes his home in Pennsylvania by the name of Chad Billingsley.
Billingsley 4-5 with an ERA 3.75, 1-4 in his career versus the Angels. Plus fastball, 89-94. He's got a plus curveball, slider, cut fastball, and changeup.
Mike Trout looks at a strike from Chad Billingsley. Trout hitting .338 on the year, 6 home runs, 28 runs batted in. Second in the American League in batting average, 19 stolen bases. Shows bunt. That one's in the dirt. A 1-ball, 1-strike count on Trout. Hitting .350 here at the Big A with 3 home runs, 15 runs batted in. .326 on the road, 3 home runs, 13 runs batted in. Pretty evenly split for the leadoff man as he bunts one up the third base line. Kennedy was charging already, and Trout is thrown out for the first down here in the first. Defensively for the Dodgers tonight, it's Rivera in left, Gwynn in center, and Ethier is in right field. The infield will consist of the guy we just saw in Adam Kennedy, D. Gordon, Jerry Harrison, James Loney from third to first, and A.J. Ellis behind the plate.
Adam Kennedy playing third base, second baseman by trade, has made that transition, played some first and third and some second base for this Dodger club. He's committed 3 errors in that position. So look for him to still challenge, even though it was a play made, challenge him.
Gordon, nice effort on the dive, but Torrey Hunter picks up a single with an out. Let's see if the Angels can kind of do what the Dodgers did. Leadoff man retired for both teams. Dodgers went on to get back-to-back singles before the home run, and Torrey picks up his first single of the game.
It's a fastball, goes right back up the middle with that swing. Just past the glove of D. Gordon, who has very good range at that shortstop position, although his throws at time have been an issue for him.
Albert Pujols steps in. He went 0 for 4 on Wednesday, hitting .255 on the year. And this one's ripped, and that is just foul. Boy, it looked like it went over the bag. But the third base umpire, Bill Miller, making the quick call as he got turned around. 0-1 count.
Boy, quick on that pitch, Pujols was.
Albert with 11 home runs and 43 runs batted in, 17 doubles on the year. Fouls this one back. It's an 0-2 count. Pujols has been very pedestrian-like against Chad Billingsley in his career. Just a .167 average, 3 for 18. No home runs, no runs batted in. As Torrey dives back in. Billingsley checking in on Hunter.
As long as he does have a pretty good move, not that easy to steal against. 6 stolen base against him in 11 attempts.
Torrey with 2 bags this year. The Angels third in the American League in stolen bases with 53 as a team. Led, of course, by Trout. Meister Sturis has 10. A ball and 2 strikes.
And the batter hitting .271 against Billingsley with 4 home runs. Lefties .241 with 4 home runs. Not real easy to hit home runs against. Overall in his career, he's averaged a little less than .7 home runs per 9 innings pitched for Billingsley. So he keeps the ball in the yard generally, although he will make some mistakes as the game progresses.
Breaking pitch down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pujols went 5 for 12 in the series against the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. Torrey Hunter standing at first base, a 1-out single. 3-0 Dodgers here at the bottom of the first. Kendrys Morales is on deck. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball towards short. Gordon will flip to Hairston for one. The relay is in time. That's an inning-ending double play. We've played one here at the Big A. The Dodgers on top 3-0. Tony Gwynn Jr. to lead things off here gets Dan Haren, who faced 8 batters in the first inning, gave up 3 hits, walked 2, and allowed 3 runs. One swing of the bat by Bobby Abreu, second home run as a Dodger. Gwynn hitting .253, 17 runs batted in, 5 doubles and 4 triples. Callaspo playing in on the grass at third base. Gwynn getting to start in center field, as he has been for the injured Kemp, who is getting closer and closer to returning. This morning that the All-Star break seems to be a pretty good finish line, if you will. Curtis saying if he gets voted in, and obviously he's one of the leading vote getters in Major League Baseball. If he's healthy to play, obviously he would like to play in that game. But as Don Mattingly said, it's all about the race for the team the entire season. That's the one thing you've got to make sure that you're 100% ready to go.
Yeah, especially when you're dealing with hamstring issues. Twice already on the DL for that hamstring problem. And his game, although he does have a lot of power, speed is predicated as far as his success.
Ninth place hitter Tony Gwynn Jr. picks up a leadoff walk, and we'll spin the lineup back to the top. And Deke Gordon coming up. Hey folks, this season Fox Sports is proud to support Boys and Girls Club of America, a place where youth can reach their full potential as productive, caring, responsible citizens. To learn more, please visit greatfutures.org/Fox Sports. So 3 walks already issued by Haren here through an inning plus a batter. Gordon swung at the very first pitch of the game and bounced one back to Haren. So he's 0 for 1. Picking off his Gordon, throw down by Wilson, not in time. And C.B. Buckner makes the call. And it's a stolen base.
It's a 10th stolen base for Gwynn. Got a pretty good jump. Pretty good throw, too, by Bobby Wilson. A fastball middle of the plate. It looked like he did get his hand in there before how he was able to apply the tag on the back.
This one fouled back. Gordon in the hole at 0-2. Only other time Dan Haren has had more than 2 walks in a game was that 4-walk game he had against the Athletics back on May the 14th, right here at the Big A. Struck out 5, walked 4 in that one. Bounced over to first. Pujols will take it himself, and it works as a sacrifice, and like a sacrifice, I should say, moving Gwynn over to third base. 1 out.
Pretty productive at bat after all for D. Gordon. Hit the ball to that side of the infield, the right side, to be able to advance. He's going to force the infield in now for the Angels. Well, Dan Haren has to either look for that strikeout or try to bust that fastball inside early in the count here against Harrison, try to jam him.
Harrison 1 for 1 with a single into center field and scored on the Abreu home run. Mentioned the struggles that Haren has had against right-handers this year. 329 average against with 4 home runs, and that's a little sliver between Pujols and the foul line. It's going to make it 4-0. Hairston will stop at first base. Second hit of the game, puts up the 17th run batted in.
That's the thing about this lineup for the Dodgers. They're not going to wow you with numbers as far as batting average, but they put the ball in play. Wynn works to walk, scores after stealing a base, and D. Gordon a productive out. And now Harrison hits a ball just past Pujols in the right field for a base hit and an RBI.
Ethier steps in, 1 out, 1 on. This one's pulled off the glove of Pujols and into right field. Hairston will stop at second base because he was deked by Eric Ibar.
It's a pretty good play by Ibar because you can go to third base easily on that play.
Incredible play by Eric Ibar. As that ball going off the glove just rolled out into shallow right, Hairston be standing up easily at third base, as you pointed out.
Harrison couldn't pick the baseball up, and you see Ibar putting the glove there as far as maybe a 3-6-3 double play turn. You talk about an important part of a game, even though it's only the second inning here for the Angels and Dan Haren. This becomes a huge at bat. It's Abreu
with 5 hits now, and Abreu steps in. First one's up and away. Bobby saw 1 pitch in that first inning, hit a 3-run home run, his second of the year. Now with 13 runs batted in as a member of the Dodgers. It's 2-0.
You can see this, the frustrations from Dan Haren. This doesn't seem to have a feel for the baseball right now.
(3-0). (3-0) pitch. Abreu's taken. 3-1. Dan Haren, including this start over his last 4, has gone a total of 18 innings and allowed 14 earned runs. He's got runners at first and second as see Hisanori Takahashi beginning to loosen in a hurry. 39 pitches thrown by Haren, 23 have been strikes. No strikeouts, 3 walks, 5 hits allowed. He truly hasn't fooled many guys. Hairston at second, Ethier at first. The 3-1 pitch. Bobby fouls it back.
You got away with that fastball right down the heart of the plate, but when it's 3-1, you have no choice but to try to challenge a hitter.
Full count.
in that balance that Dan's trying to find between his fastball and his cut fastball.
There's the payoff pitch. Abreu rips it foul.
Well, that's the thing. When you're on the mound and you have a batter turn it on your fastball inside like that, that changes the mindset of how you go after hitters. Granted, you have to challenge Bobby Abreu here, but you also have that ability to throw a split finger fastball. You try to keep it close in plate, work it down and away.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Abreu, 2 down.
So another off-speed pitch. Gets a swing and miss. A slider.
Juan Rivera popped out to Eric Ibar in the first inning. 0 for 1. At the first pitch. 0-1 count. Jerry Harrison Jr. standing at second base. He had an RBI single as Rivera pulls one past Kayasman to the left. Harrison will score 5-0 Dodgers. So for all the woes the Dodgers had in their 3-game set against the Oakland Athletics at the Coliseum, they've remedied it through an inning and 2/3 here tonight.
And then another pitch that's up, middle part of the plate. But when you go through these times as a pitcher on the mound and you're struggling, you're elevating pitches, you got to think in terms of just try to live on the outer half of the plate and down all day long. And then once they make that adjustment, then you try to throw that fastball off the plate inside, whether it's a right-handed batter or a left-handed batter.
Loney taking a big rip and fouling it back. It's 0-1. A lot of comfortable swings at the plate as well. James Loney drew a walk in the first inning. That is hit high toward right center field. Mike Trout moving over. He is under it. The inning comes to an end. The Dodgers tack on a couple of more runs as we head to the bottom of the second. It is 5-0 Dodgers. 1-0 as we start the bottom of the second inning. Halos will have Morales, Trumbo, and Callaspo coming up. Dan Haren has given up 6 hits, 3 walks, picked up a strikeout. Kendricks on Wednesday had a 1-for-4 game, including his 8th home run. It's just 2 for his last 18. As a matter of fact, that home run eventually became back-to-back home runs with Trumbo. Snapped him 0-for-12 at that point. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, the shift on in the infield, they're going to throw either cut fastballs or 4-seam fastballs inside.
Missed it. It is 2 balls and 1 strike. Billingsley gave up the 1-out single to Torrey Hunter and then got ahead of Pujols. Eventually got him to ground into an inning-ending double play in the first. This one's fouled down the left field line and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This one fouled again on the third base side.
Seen a lot of games with Chad Billingsley. He's always had plus stuff. He has 3+ pitches. But the reality is that there's always an inning during the course of the game in which, you know, it's either going to determine if he's going to have a real good game or he's going to struggle. And a lot of times it comes down to walks. From will walk a couple batters in a game, the next thing you know, a couple hits, and he's given up some runs because he's got great stuff.
Three-two pitch. That is yanked foul. I was just trying to think back the last time the Angels fell behind early like this. And it goes back to that Weaver game back on May the 28th. And just quickly going through my scorebook here. And the Yankees scored 3 times. Jared had to be taken out of the game with a back issue, of course. They batted around in the first, did the Yankees, and the Angels responded with 4 in the bottom of the first. This one's hit through the shift past James Loning into right field. The Angels get their leadoff man on board. Of course, that game resulted in a 9-8 win, the walk-off win.
You got plenty of time to come back. Like I said, there's always an inning with Billingsley. As good as his stuff he has, there's always an inning during the course of a game in which he struggles with his command. But you have to try to get that early on because once he gets on a roll, he becomes very difficult to hit.
Mentioned Chad is 27 years of age as Trumbo steps to the plate. Last year with the Dodgers, Billingsley 11-11 and a 4.21 ERA in 32 starts. That one's in the dirt. Nice dig by Ellis. A little do-or-die situation there. 1 ball, no strikes. Trumbo went 1 for 4 in Wednesday's game. Hit his 17th home run that measured only 451 feet. Now has 48 runs batted in, 15 doubles, 2 triples. He's got a 5-game hitting streak, which he has gone 7 for 20. Here's the 1-0. Down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Take a look at our Mazda leaderboard. Talking about Mark Trumbo. OPS. It's on base percentage plus slugging. Trumbo's second.
Pretty good companies in there with Josh Hamilton and Paul Konerko. 34 extra base hits this season already for Trumbo. He's in a great hitter's count right now.
On base percentage at .378. Mark finished last year just below 300. 2-0 pitch. They're staying away from him. It's a strike on the corner, 2-1.
That's the pitch on the outer half for a lot of times for right-handed pitchers. It's difficult to get to that glove side, hit the outside corner with a fastball. See him pulling off the first 2 pitches. Then came with a 2-seam fastball to run back and caught the corner.
2-1 pitch. Down in the dirt. And again, Ellis digging it out. Three balls and a strike. Billingsley, not a big guy, 6'1", 240 he is listed. The biggest thing for him is finding that consistency throughout the year. Seemed to have it early on. He made 43 appearances. In 2007, went 12-5. The next year in 08, went 16-10. But from that point forward, he's been pretty much a 500 pitcher. 3-1 pitch, line towards second base. That's off the glove of Harrison and into right field. Back-to-back singles for the Halos here. And that'll bring up Alberto Callaspo.
A nice approach by Trumbo there. They're staying away with the fastball. They tried to show one fastball in. Go back outside again with another fastball. Fastball up and away. Stay with it. Well, he does such a good job of keeping that balance and not trying to pull that baseball so strong going the other way. Like we said, Billingsley is susceptible to a big inning, and this could be the inning for the Angels right now. If you show some patience, try to bring a fastball in, especially Callaspo quick on the fastball inside.
Callaspo looks at a strike. Alberto went 2 for 4 the other day. Double and a home run, hitting .246 now. 4 home runs, 18 runs batted in. Nobody out here, runners at first and second. Now Kendrick is on deck. Talking about Billings, I mentioned him being just basically a 500 guy over the last 3 years. 12-11 in 09, 12-11 in 2010, 11-11 last season, 4-5 this year. Breaking pitch, and that is yanked down the right field line. That's a base hit. Morales is going to score easily. Trumbo will be stopped at third, and RBI double for Alberto Callaspo. And the Halos get on the board as they trail it 5-1.
Callaspo coming through with some big clutch hits of late. And if you're going to make any mistake in the inner half, you better make sure it's off the plate. That's a breaking pitch. Down and in. Drops the head of the bat and by Loney at first base. His 6th double of the year. 16th RBI. Connie Cuck would go out to talk to Billingsley. We've said it so many times already in the beginning part of this game that Billingsley with great stuff, but susceptible to a big inning. Now this is that chance with Howie coming up, a .357 career hitter against the Dodgers and .444 against Billingsley, 4 for 9.
Yeah, really not a whole lot of experience, obviously, against Chad Billingsley other than the freeway experience. We've told you about Albert's numbers against Billingsley. Not very good. Howie's been very good, as you pointed out. Eric Ibar's been fairly good, 6 for 18. But other than that, it's been pretty limited as far as the success against this right-hander. Howie looks at a fastball down and away. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, you can see him just pulling off the baseball there, forcing that issue on the outer part of the plate.
Three straight hits for the Halos here in the second. 2 singles and a double. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Ibar is on deck. Callaspo, by the way, picked up his 6th double, his 19th run batted in. See, Billingsley's worked up a pretty good lather. Warm afternoon here at the Big A. 2-0, that is tap foul.
They chased the pitch there, 2-0. Last game out against the Giants, a couple doubles. Real good approaches. Left center field and right center field on those doubles.
2-1, lifted in the air toward right center field. It's going to be deep enough to score Trumbo. Both guys are tagging. Trumbo's coming home. The throw's going toward third. Callaspo's in there safely. A sacrifice fly for Howie. Kendrick makes it 5-2 Dodgers.
Boy, great job by Howie hitting that middle part of the field once again. Not only getting the job done as far as an RBI, but deep enough to allow Callaspo to tag to go from second to third. Good base running all around from the Halos. They had a man on third with 1 out, another opportunity to get a run across.
Eric Ibar will step to the plate. Infield back for the Dodgers with a 5-2 lead. It's the 5th sacrifice fly that Howie Kendrick has had this year. Picks up his 26th run batted in. Ibar looks at a strike, little two-seam fastball on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Eric with a 7-game hitting streak. 2 for 4 with an RBI on Wednesday. 245 on the year with a home run, 16 runs batted in, 13 doubles and 2 triples. Loney playing in on the grass at first as the breaking pitch is rolled foul. 0-2 count.
With Eric Ibar, you have to find a way to make contact. Even if you're going to make it out, you want to have a ground ball in the middle part of the infield, whether it's a short or second, to get that run across. Cut the lead with 2 runs. You have to make contact here.
Down and in. Loney now with 2 strikes, of course, backed up. Kennedy still playing just about even with the bag at third. Now the 1-2. Up and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's a purpose pitch there to be able to establish a fastball in. He's probably going to throw the breaking pitch down and in right now. No intent to throw that for a strike. He wanted to make sure Ibar was aware of a fastball inside.
Bobby Wilson on deck, the 2-2, and this ground ball to second base will bring home a run. Hairston will throw out Ibar. It's 5-3 Dodgers.
Nice job there by Ibar. It is an out, but it's a part of the field where you're going to get the run across. Another big run. The Angels scoring 3 here in the second inning. Behind in the count, he's going to get some high fives in that dugout. Now 17 RBI on the season.
It's that situational hitting that goes on every day during batting practice, where Jim Eppert will call out situations, man at third, 1 out, infield back. Those are the things that get worked on every single day. Bobby Wilson hits one off the end of the bat towards shallow center. Hairston can't get it. And there's a 2-out single for Bobby. There's the 26th pitch of the inning for Chad Billingsley. Wilson coming off a 1-for-2 game on Wednesday, which included his first extra base hit of the season. It was a double that brought home a run. Sporting the Bob Manchu, as he pointed out to us in the post game. There's the look. So back to the top of the order now, and Mike Trout. 1 swing of the bat, we're tied up. Still in the bottom of the second. First one's outside. Trout grounded out. Tried to bunt his way on in the first inning. Kennedy with a nice play at third base. He's 0 for 1.
Well, it seems that part of the plate is going to be a difficult thing for Billingsley to hit. So if you're a hitter, you look middle in. If it's away, let it go because it's going off the outside corner.
With fish hats being sold at the team store. 2 balls and no strikes. Dodgers with 3 in the first, 2 in the second. The Halos with 3 so far here in the bottom of the second.
Nice job by those two, Eric Ibar and Alberto Callaspo. Callaspo with the double down the right field line, and Ibar good situational hitting, getting run across.
2-0 pitch outside with his 3 balls and no strikes. You're the starting pitcher. You're Dan Haren. You're sitting on the bench, sitting there going, I was probably 1 batter away from being yanked in this game. Now I see 3 runs on the board. What's going through his mind right now?
Right now, for me, whenever this inning does end for the Angels, I'm running as fast as I can out to that mound to think in terms of I got to go 1, 2, 3 in an inning. I got a chance to win this game even without my best stuff early on. I start refocusing my fastball. I start utilizing that 2-seam fastball, show the cut fastball, get swings and misses with the split finger fastball. Move forward from this point. He had a chance of getting a win. The good ones find a way to win when you struggle early in a game.
3-1 count on Trout. Fouls it off to the right. .31 pitches here in the second for Billingsley. Bobby Wilson with 2 outs, standing at first base. Will take off on the next pitch. Boney will play behind him or just behind him. Torrey Hunter's on deck. Here's the payoff. A swing and a miss. Chase what would have been ball 4. And Trout goes down. First strikeout of the game for Billingsley. But the Angels strike for 3 as we've played 2, and it's 5-3 Dodgers. Stadium continuing to fill up. Great crowds all weekend long. As a matter of fact, the entire homestand has been incredible as far as the attendance is concerned. It's the last 3 games of this homestand as the Angels head on the road for a 9-game road stretch. The last road trip before the All-Star break. 0-1 to Adam Kennedy is lofted foul and out of play on the third base side. There's no balls and 2 strikes. Kennedy, Ellis, and Gwynn here in the third for the Dodgers. Adam drew a walk in the first inning. There comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball just missing outside. 1 ball, 2 strike count.
That's a good miss, though, from Haren. Just the fastball, 89, just off the plate. And it's all about setting up hitters. You can go something off speed away, whether it's a split finger fastball. He's going to throw a cutter inside.
Well, Kennedy's getting a very good read on that pitch right there because he threw a similar pitch in the previous plate appearance and he didn't even flinch.
Let's see, when you throw that fastball right there, that 0-2 one just off the plate, you have that same plane wide open for you outside.
This one out toward left center field. Trout moving to his right is there. He'll make the catch. Leadoff man is retired for the first one. Let's take a look at our men in blue tonight. Dale Scott, the crew chief, is calling the balls and strikes. Dan Iasonia is over at first base. At second base, it's CB, ball through the legs, Buckner. And Bill Miller is over at third. There's A.J. Ellis, the catcher. Looks at a fastball for a strike. Ellis popped down in foul territory to end that first inning, in which Dodgers sent 8 men to the plate. Picking up 3 hits, 2 walks. Bobby Abreu with a 3-run home run. That's a strike on the outside corner, 0-2. A.J. Ellis has kind of calmed down a little bit. He's cooled off. Still hitting .273 with a couple of home runs and 9 runs batted in. .422 on base percentage for A.J. Ellis. He bounces this one foul. That is 4th best in Major League Baseball.
Well, we saw that at Dodger Stadium, working a number of walks and swinging many pitches out of the strike zone. Dan Haren's had 5 0-2 counts in this game. So he's had some odd numbers in this game. He's got 3 walks, which is a high number for Dan, but 5 0-2 counts.
0-2 pitch. Had to paint with that fastball. 1-2. A.J. Ellis out of Austin P. State University after going to Paul Lawrence Dunbar High School in Lexington, Kentucky. Punches this one foul. The count remains at 1-2. Ellis was hitting over 300 at the start of the series against the Angels at Dodger Stadium back on the 11th. Cold foul. The count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He also has some pretty good plate coverage against Dan Haren. That was a split finger fastball down and in, pulls the foul. Dan threw a real good slider away, fouled it into the Dodger dugout. And if he might try going up the ladder with a fastball, 4-seam fastball at 89-90.
Full count now. Ninth place hitter and center fielder Tony Gwynn Jr. is on deck. He drew a walk and scored a run in the 2nd. 10th pitch of the at bat. It's grounded up the middle. Kendrick can't get it. It's a 1-out single. So Ellis worked the count from 0-2 to a base hit. He is on board for Gwynn.
Ellis sees about 4.5 pitches per at bat. So eventually, during the course of the bat, you see that many pitches, the pitcher's going to make a mistake. He's able to hit that ball right back up the middle.
One ball, no strikes. Mentioned Gwynn with a walk. He stole a base in that 2nd inning. 10th of the year. Scored on the Hairston single. Short lead for Ellis at first as Gwynn takes that pitch inside. It's 2-0. 63 pitches thrown by Haren through 2 1/3 thus far. The Angels definitely could use a shutdown inning after scoring 3 in the bottom of the 2nd. The ball ricocheting off the protective screen as if it were a Super Bowl. Shooting back out toward the mound. Hisanori Takahashi gets back up and starts to play catch in the bullpen.
Gwynn has hit into 6 double plays. Haren could use a ground ball to infield it right now.
Ellis takes off. The 2-1 is popped up shallow right field. Kendrick going out. Hunter comes charging in. Torrey with the call and the catch. 2 outs. And July the 5th, when the Angels take on the Baltimore Orioles at 7:05, kids ages 2 through 14 will receive an Angels inflatable chair courtesy of Wiener Schnitzel while supplies last. Purchase tickets today at the Angels Stadium ticket office or by logging on at angels.com. Oh, yeah. I can't wait for you to blow that thing up and call the game sitting in that kid's chair.
Oh, there's no question.
That is awesome.
You can write that one down. That's a guarantee.
Yep. We don't have any youth-sized jerseys being given away anytime soon, do we? First one to D. Gordon's in for a strike.
Probably not.
Because nothing screams ratings bonanza more than you strapping on a youth small kid's jersey.
That Jerry Weaver jersey worked well last year.
There's the poor stitching on that shirt. There's the 0-1. Just outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Looked like a pretty good pitch. D. Gordon 0 for 2. Twice is grounded out. Once back to Haren. The other to Pujols. A.J. Allen still standing at first. 5-3 Dodgers here in the 3rd. 2-1. Three balls and a strike now on Gordon. And Hairston on deck. There's a strike. Full count. Ellis will be off the pitch now with 2 outs. Ten base runners in the game against Dan Haren. 2 2/3, trying to finish this one off. 3-2's fouled back, so Ellis will have to head back to first base.
Boy, a lot of cut fastballs in this game for Dan.
The Dodgers team is hitting .258 on the year, 6th in the National League. Another long inning for Haren. Here's the 26th pitch, and Gordon goes down swinging. The inning comes to an end. We hit the bottom of the 3rd. Hunter, Pujols, and Morales coming up for the Angels as the Halos are down 5-3. Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Angels Baseball LP. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful sight that it is. Packed house here at the Big A. 5-3 Dodgers here at the bottom of the third. Torrey Hunter lead things off. Drops a bunt out in front of the plate, though. He deadened it too much, allowing Ellis to make the play. And there's the first down of the inning.
Yeah,
Torrey 1 for 2 now.
Good decision to try that bunt for Torrey. Well, checked right up on him, and Ellis, it's another nice play.
So Albert steps in 0 for 1. He rolled into a double play in the first inning. Breaking balls in for a strike. Dodgers, of course, overshift. 3 infielders on the left side. Loney way off the bag at first. Outfielders are straight up. A little jam shot toward the middle of the infield, and that is through into center. Oh, base hit.
Against that shift the other way. Back up the middle. Even with a fastball inside out approach for Pujols. Nice job of that balance. And just past Hairston into the outfield. Henry's a chance at one swing of the bat to tie it up here.
6th hit of the game for the Angels. 7 for the Dodgers. Morales had a leadoff single to start the rally in the second. 1 for 1. The first one is in there for a strike. Very one-sided, the home and road splits for Kendricks. Here's the 0-1 outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Still trying to find that consistent swing. Obviously, the long time off in 2010 till this season, showing signs. In spring training, he hit the ball very well. Just trying to maintain his balance both for the left side and the right side.
Two and one. And as we look out defensively for the Dodgers, we mentioned the overshift on the infield, but the outfield, especially in left and in center, playing against the infield shift. They claim to pull on the infield almost the opposite way in the outfield. Big alley out in right center field. Ethier's playing straight up and deep, and Gwynn shallow and towards left center.
It appears even from the first at bat in which Kendricks got a base hit, that he's going to be quick on the fastball inside. So he does have a chance to split that alley in right center field if he gets a fastball in the inner half.
The 2-1. They tied him up nicely. Down and in.
A little cut fastball there. And a lot of times when a pitcher will throw that cut fastball in like that, we'll back it up with a two-seam fastball in the inner half.
Poole standing at first, a 1-out base hit for him. 1 for 2 game. Morales with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Looks like Ellis setting back inside, and they got him. Snap throw to first, and Albert gets back. Second strikeout of the game for Billingsley. 2 outs here in the third, and Trumbo's coming up.
Right back inside. Remember the slider, a good hard slider down and in. Pulled off that baseball once again. That pitch has been the most difficult one for Kendricks, is that down and in pitch when he bats from the left side.
Trumbo had a base hit to right field and scored a run in the second. So he's 1 for 1.
Big, slow curveball, 68-mile-an-hour curveball.
It's very Vicente Padilla-like.
And he could mix that one in. He did that as good as anybody I've seen. That big, slow curveball Padilla did.
Ground ball back up the middle. Billingsley snags it. Inning comes to an end. No runs, one hit, one left on. We're through 3. The Dodgers lead it 5-3. In the bottom of the second, that's where we stand right now as we start the 4th. Hairston, Ethier, and Abreu in the 4th inning against Dan Haren, who has thrown 72 pitches. First one to Hairston is a breaking ball for a strike. Hairston's 2 for 2, a couple of singles, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. One pitch. In at the knees, 1-2. Five runs, 7 hits, no errors. 5 left on for the Dodgers. 3 runs, 6 hits. No errors, 2 left on for the Angels. Haren had a fairly easy inning in the 3rd. 2-2 pitch is out toward right center field. Not hit very deep. Torrey Hunter's coming on. He'll make the running catch. And there's the first down of the 4th. And July the 7th, when the Angels take on the Baltimore Orioles, kids ages 2 through 14 will receive an Albert Pujols jersey, courtesy of Oh Yeah, while supplies last. Purchase tickets today at Angels.com or by logging on, or by visiting, I should say, the Angel Stadium ticket office.
How do you know there was a jersey giveaway coming up?
That one looks awfully roomy, though.
It is Albert Pujols.
Yeah. It's valid. Ethier takes that one down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Looks like a BP jersey, though. Just a 1 button at the top. Unlike Jared's was the home white jersey with the buttons all the way down. They were screaming as you were buttoning them.
Yeah, that made it a little more difficult.
That's down and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Matter of fact, we've talked about the GoPro camera on your headset or on your tie. Maybe we should put a microphone on the shirt just so you can hear the stitches scream as you have that fitted look. Very Euro look. 2-0. Ethier swinging a miss, 2-1.
Hey, whatever it takes.
You're all about the giveaway, man. Whatever drives ticket sales, you're willing to do.
Yes, I am.
That kind of guy. Ethier, a couple of singles himself, 2 for 2. Scored a run. That was in the first inning. Bobby Abreu, the DH, is on deck. 2-1 pitch. Good foul.
Tell you what, looking back at that play, Torrey Hunter made an outstanding running catch on that fly ball that Hairston hit. He didn't hit that well at all. It got jammed. Torrey had to go a long way running in and make a great play on that ball.
Two, little flare out to left. That's a base hit. Third hit of the game for Andre Ethier. Puts a man on for Abreu. 8th hit allowed by Haren. Abreu with a 3-run home run in the first inning, struck out in the second, so 1 for 2 game thus far. Abreu swung at the very first pitch he saw in that first inning at bat. Picked up the second home run as a member of the Dodgers. Lays off and looks at a strike.
Ethier with just 1 stolen base and 2 attempts. He's run a little bit more in the past. Got decent speed. And Haren's got to pay attention to him.
Two balls and 1 strike now. 85 pitches thrown by Haren. 3 walks, 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and 2 strikeouts. Mentioned he had a fairly easy inning in the third. That's because he faced just 4 batters. Gave up a 1-out single to A.J. Ellis. This one pulled over to Pujols. He has it. Fires to Ibar for 1. Relay back to first. In time. 3-6, 3-inning-ending double play. We head to the bottom of the 4th. The Angels trailing at 5-3.
The new wireless receiver from AT&T Uverse. Visit AT&T.com/freeyourtv. Rethink possible. By CarMax. Start the search for your next car at CarMax. CarMax. Start here. And by Hawaiian Gardens Casino. Get your game on.
5-3 Dodgers here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Alberto Callaspo set the lead things off against Chad Billingsley. Dodgers started with a couple of strikeouts, no walks, 6 hits allowed. He's thrown 51 pitches through the first 3. Cayaspo will look at a fastball for a strike. Alberto with an RBI double in the second. Started the scoring for the Halos. 6th double, 19th run batted in. Alberto came into tonight's game hitting .227 from the left side of the plate. .288 from the right. This one's slapped foul and out of play. This gets one of the ushers on the club level. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, still that side of the plate has been difficult for Billingsley, whether it's a left-handed batter trying to pitch in or away against a right-handed batter.
It's a pretty good breaking pitch. Cayaspo not offering at it, so it's a full count. Howie Kendrick on deck. Here's a 3-2. This one line to center field. There's a leadoff single.
Another good swing by Cayaspo. They're double down the right field line. Base hit back up the middle.
So with Howie coming up, we'll take a look at our AT&T trivia question for tonight. Mike Scioscia holds the record for most interleague wins by a manager with 142, who is second all time. Kendrick with a sacrifice fly in the second. No official at bat for him. His 26th run batted in. Look at a fastball on the outside corner. Billingsley really has not, save perhaps for maybe 1 or 2 pitches, come in a whole lot on right-handed hitters. He has stayed away. Both the fastball and the breaking pitch.
Yeah, he's tried to come inside a couple times at Trumbo, ended up throwing the fastball in the middle of the plate and in the dirt. He has hit 4 batters this year. That tells you he does pitch inside. Looks like he pitches inside more effectively against left-handed batters. Left-handed batters hitting 30 points lower coming into the game than right-handed batters.
9th game that Billingsley has faced the Angels. 7th start. 0-1 pitch. Downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Billingsley, prior to tonight, 1-4 with a 4.10 earned run average.
One of his first starts here at the Big A when Orlando Cabrera stole home against him.
Started last year on July the 3rd. Gave up 3 runs on 3 hits. Cayaspo takes off, and Howie cues it off the end of the bat toward the Dodger dugout. 1-2 as Alberto heads back. I believe that was Russell Brandon that got Billingsley in that game for a home run out to right center field. If I remember correctly, if that was an ESPN Sunday Night Baseball game. Or out here Sunday late afternoon.
Remember that baseball being crushed though.
1-2 pitch. Now he strikes out swinging. 1 out. 3rd strikeout for Billingsley.
Just went after him with a fastball. Got a lot of the plate also. 2-seam fastball.
In fact, Howie was looking for or anticipating something off speed or a breaking pitch. Tried to hold up as long as possible.
The way he approached that swing, especially after the pitch before was a slider that was elevated when Cayaspo was going.
So Ibar steps in. He grounded out, picked up an RBI into second. Kennedy creeping in over at third. Haren fouls it back. And it's an 0-1 count.
Just a shade under 400 now in interleague play this year. 24 for 61. His last at bat did a nice job as far as getting that run across when he fell behind in the count. Ground ball to second base, produced a run.
This one's yanked down the line. That's going to go for extra bases. Ethier trying to cut it off. Will run all the way to the wall. Being waved around is Cayasco. Ibar on his way to third. It's an RBI triple, and the Halos trail it by 1.
Third triple of the year for Ibar. How quickly he get around the bases. Continues to swing well in interleague play. Now 25 for 62, back over 400. Wanted to go upstairs with that pitch. Ibar turned on it. Well, we had Loney down in that corner. Even though Ethier has that strong arm, there was no hesitation for Dino Ebel sending Cayaspo home. And of course, Ibar does a great job as far as running the bases, cutting down the angle to shorten his stride. Slides in there for his third triple.
8-game hitting streak for Eric Ibar. He stands at third, infield in for the Dodgers, which may help Bobby Wilson here. Just getting a little bit more room in shallow outfield spots. He cued one for a base hit in the second inning. Pitch out, nothing's happening. 1 ball, no strikes.
Don Mattingly, not only over the years has seen Mike Sosa brand in baseball, but he's the bench coach for Joe Torre. He's seen the Angels so successfully get that job done as far as the suicide squeeze.
That's down and away. 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, Bobby now a great hitter's count. You just look middle in. That's where Bobby's power is. Fastball in the inner half. How about one zone?
Squeezes on. It's bunted back to the mound. Ibar scores on a single on the bunt. And there are 2 outs. We're tied at 5. I was trying to figure out what Dale Scott was waiting for. Ibar touched the plate on the way home. They get the out.
It's not a force play. Great job by Bobby Wilson. Bunt a little bit hard. And it looked like initially that Ibar was going to be safe, but he never touched the plate. That's what Don Mattingly wants to know from Dale Scott.
It was bunted firmly back to Billingsley. Boy, nice play by the starter, too, for the Dodgers. But you see the hand kind of sweep. Yeah, I mean,
looked like he got the plate.
Absolutely.
And that's why A.J. threw the ball to first base.
There's the hand on the plate. I mean, how do you not see that? He's standing right on top of us. Trout gives this one a ride out toward deep left center field. Going back is Green. Gone! Big fly for Mike Trout. The Halos are up 6-5.
Tell you what, he's got crazy power. Mike Trout. We talk a lot about his wheels, how he runs, gets on base, but that's a long way to left center field. 7th home run, 29th RBI.
Torre lofts one down the right field line. Ethier giving chase, and this one's into seats. 0-2 count on Torrey Hunter.
He's got such great balance in that short, compact swing. Anything on the inner half has a chance of being crushed. And this baseball is crushed.
0-2 pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the Angels have come back from a 5-0 deficit after 2 innings. Or I should say after an inning and a half, because the Angels dropped a 3 spot in the second. They've dropped 3 here in the 4th. Breaking pitch, a swing and a miss. Down goes Hunter. The inning comes to an end, but not before the Angels strike for 3. Eric Ibar with an RBI triple. Bobby Wilson with a squeeze play. And Mike Trout with a home run. Lead. Mike Trout with his 7th home run, putting the Angels up. Also picked up his 29th run batted in. And here the 5th inning, it'll be Rivera, Loney, and Kennedy. As we go back to our AT&T trivia question, Mike Scioscia holds the record for most interleague wins by a skipper at 142. Who is second all time? Joe Torre with 131. That bottom of the 4th inning certainly escalated in a hurry. As Rivera takes a strike.
Some real good at bats. Callaspo real good at bat, back up the middle. Or Ibar, who continues to swing well in interleague play. Nice job by Bobby Wilson. Of course, Mike Trout. Unbelievable.
Upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike on Juan Rivera, who's popped out and singled home a run. Picked up his 23rd RBI. This one line to left. Off speed pitch. A little hanger that Rivera gets on board with. Leadoff man is on for the Dodgers. That'll bring up James Loney. Angels bullpen will scramble here as Haren's at 89 pitches. And really, even though he's been a little bit more effective in the 3rd and 4th inning, struggled early on.
Yeah, I don't think Mike Scioscia is going to give Dan much room to make any more mistakes. And that was a mistake there to Juan Rivera, although Loney is a guy that when he hits the ball on the ground, he can get a double play. He's got good numbers in his career versus Dan. 359 coming into this game.
A GoPro bullpen cam. Takahashi for the 3rd time in this game is up now. Bobby Wilson went out there to give Tak some time to get loose. Two strikeouts, 3 walks for Haren. Now 9 hits allowed. Loney has walked and hit a fly ball to center. Fouls this one back over the screen. It's 0-1. Foul at the plate at 2-2.
That might have been his best split finger fastball in the game so far for Dan Haren. Now you have a chance to expand the strike zone more so. Target set. Just barely got a piece of that pitch.
That pitch had more of that typical split finger movement that we've seen from Dan Haren over the years, as opposed to that little hump, almost like a get it over breaking pitch is what we've seen from Haren today.
And you want that, not only the downward action, but running away from the left-handed bat and down.
Rivera over at first, nobody out here in the fifth. Here's the 0-2. Loney takes a called strike, 3 on the outside corner, 1 down.
And that's pitching. Split finger fastball away, paint the outside corner at 89. It's all about setting up hitter. He's had a couple opportunities in this game, Haren has, of going that same plane away. Whether it starts with a fastball, then follow up with a split finger fastball, or start with a split and come back with the fastball.
There's Adam Kennedy with Juan Rivera still at first base. First one's in for a strike. Kennedy getting to start at third base tonight, has walked and hit a fly ball to left. Oh, 2 count on the former Angel. Adam making his home down in Corona Del Mar. The 0-2. They're protecting there. That's an identical pitch that he threw to Loney.
Now again, we mentioned that plane you have now. You can go back out with a fastball just a little bit further off the plate. As long as it's down, fastball up, you can make contact with. Or you go with a split finger fastball, that same plane down and away.
Oh, 2. Out a little bit further.
Still a good miss. Because it makes the hitter think, okay, is he going back out on the outside part of the play? Is he going to try to go something inside with the cut fastball? You want to expand the zone as much as possible.
One, 2. Swing and a foul tip hung on to by Wilson. 2 down.
Well, just because that pitch before was just away, it forces the hitter to go after the next one. He hit his spot. And you want to back up pitches in that same plane as much as possible, whether it's going fastball in, back it up with another fastball in, or staying on the outer half.
A.J. Ellis, the catcher, looks at a strike. Ellis has popped out and singled, so he's 1 for 2. A.J. working his way back from an 0-2 count to pick up that single with an out in the third. He's got Juan Rivera standing at first base, leadoff single for him. 0-2. .99 pitches thrown by Haren thus far. The 100 is up and in.
And that one at 90 miles an hour. He's had a couple pitches at 90. A little better velocity-wise as the game has progressed. Ellis doesn't swing at anything, seems to be out of the strike zone. He's very comfortable, even when he's behind the count 0-2. doesn't chase pitches that are close to borderline strikes.
Two. Called strike three on the outside corner, and after giving up a leadoff single, Haren strikes out the next three. We are to the bottom of the fifth, 6-5 Halo. Angels with 3, 4, and 5 coming up. The Angels trying to light the halo at the top there. The beautiful Big A out of the parking lot. 57 freeway just behind it. Dan Haren and Mike Scioscia talking things over. Dan gave up that leadoff single to Juan Rivera and then 3 consecutive strikeouts. So he has gone the requisite 5.
And that's the thing, when you have a manager like Mike Scioscia, who's caught a lot of great pitchers during his playing career, you can have the conversations what you're doing well and what you're not doing well as a pitcher.
Albert Pujols leading things off, swinging first pitch, pops it up. Shallow right, tough play for Loney going out. Ethier calls him off. 1 pitch and 1 out. Hey, tomorrow on Baseball Night in America, the Dodgers take on the Halos in Game 2 of this 3-game set right here at the Big A. Baseball Night in America presented by Budweiser. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific only on Fox. Kenny Albert and Eric Karros will have the call tomorrow from right here. Albert, by the way, with that pop-up 1 for 3. Here's Kendrys Morales, who is 1 for 2. Fastball is a strike on the outside corner. Kendricks with a single and a run scored to the second, struck out of the third. Billingsley, for his troubles, has thrown 74 pitches, 47 have been strikes.
In the big inning, getting the best of 3 in the second, 3 in the fourth so far.
Two-one pitch. Boy, up and in. And Kendricks just won't lay off that pitch.
And you would think right now he's going to try to throw that breaking pitch down and in again. See him shaking his head, trying to, as a hitter, you try those mechanisms where you try to keep yourself from jumping out on certain pitches. He's trying hard not to do so.
3-2 on its way. That is lined toward the alley at right center field. Ethier was playing deep, not going to be able to cut this one off. Picks up the carom. Kendry's on his way to second with a one-out double.
And that baseball was crushed by Morales. This time he got a pitch in the middle part of the plate. And turned on it. That big alley between Wynn, who was shading him over to left center field, and of course Ethier playing deep in right field. Huge alley. He's getting his 7th double. Pretty good arms in the outfield for the Dodgers with Rivera in left, Ethier in right. Wynn does a good job as far as charging the baseball.
Some scrambling going on in the Dodgers pen. As Trumbo steps in with one out and a man in scoring position, marks 1 for 2. It's a breaking ball for a strike. Jamie Wright, the veteran, is up and loosening. Dodgers with 3 in the first, 2 in the second to take a 5-0 lead. The Angels got 3 in the bottom of the second and 3 in the bottom of the fourth. 10 hits tonight for the Angels. Here's the 0-1. Breaking pitch and a swing and a miss. 0-2.
He's giving Trumbo a steady diet of those real slow curveballs. First at bat, he did a nice job of keeping his hands back and hit a fastball to right field for a base hit.
Dangerous to go back to another slow one. I mean, they're just thinking along. Catch your pitcher mentality here. You think that perhaps either you go hard breaking pitch on 0-2, starting at the knees and let it break out of the zone, or go fastball away.
Yeah, because you don't want to allow a hitter to time you. Even if it's a pretty good pitch, if the time and the same speed, you have a better chance of making contact with that pitch.
Looks like they want to come back inside. It's a fastball in the inside corner that froze him. 2 down.
Take a look at our AT&T U-verse replay. Alberto Callaspo is having himself a fantastic game so far. In the second inning, breaking pitch pulls it down the right field line for a double, driving in a couple. Then the next at bat, right back up the middle. Got himself in a good count once again. A couple hits for Callaspo. He's got a 6th double.
Looks for the strike. RBI double and a run scored in the second. Leadoff single and a run scored in the fourth for Callaspo. As Callaspo is now with a 1-ball, 1-strike count, Isanori Takahashi is back up and loosening. Dodgers.
He's determined to throw that two-seam fastball, which is running over the plate, which is a perfect pitch for Callaspo to hit.
Dodgers have 9, 1, and 2 coming up in the 6th inning. That one's down low, 2-1. Gwynn, Gordon, Hairston, lefty, lefty, righty. Bouncing to dirt. Morales will take the extra base. Wild pitch charged to Billingsley.
3rd wild pitch of the season for Billingsley. Pretty tough one for A.J. Ellis to keep in front. Billingsley overthrew that breaking pitch. With the body in front, but that spin from a breaking pitch in the dirt and off the body goes away from him. A fastball generally on a pitch like that will stay right in front of him. The rotation of the seams.
3-1 count. Kendrick on deck. Here's the pitch. Strike. Full vote. Now the payoff pitch. That is inside ball 4. He walked him. That's the first free pass issued by Billingsley. But runners at the corners. Howie Kendrick coming up. Howie's the lone man in the lineup without a single or a hit today. Did have a sacrifice fly in the second inning, picking up his 26th run batted in. He struck out in the fourth. Billingsley with 5 punch outs, 1 walk now, and 10 hits allowed. Morales standing at third, Callasco at first. Situations in which Howie has struggled with all season long with men in scoring position. Fouls this one back and loses the bat into the seats. Terrific catch by a fan there too. Howie will pick up a new bat.
That bat went flying into the stands.
This one hit out toward right field, hit well. Ethier going back, still going back at the wall, reaches up and makes the catch as he bangs into the fence. The inning comes to an end. Well struck by Howie Kendrick, nothing to show for it. We've played 5 at the Big A, 6-5 Angels.
Dan Haren struggled with command of that fastball. This pitch up to Andre Ethier in the first inning. Led to a base hit, then swinging 0-0. Jumping on that first pitch fastball. Bobby Bray with a 3-run home run. Then the adjustment was made by Dan Haren. Fastball down. We talked about that downward plane. Painted 2 pitches and a couple strikeouts looking, including 3 strikeouts in this last inning of work. That was our Coors Light Freeze Can, brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light.
Dan Haren is done after going 5 innings, allowing 9 hits, including a home run, 5 runs all earned, 5 strikeouts and 3 walks. It's Hisanori Takahashi on in relief for an in and out. Who is in, who is out.
Big thing for Takahashi, we've talked about it. When he throws that fastball for a strike early on, he can expand the strike zone. Very good breaking pitch, good changeup. Sinks the fastball very well also. 21 punch outs and 24 innings pitched for Takahashi.
Hisanori will be facing here in the 6th inning Tony Gwynn Jr., Dee Gordon, and Jerry Hairston Jr. Nine, 1-2 for the Dodgers. Haren threw 102 pitches, 66 were strikes. Billingsley is at 90 pitches, 56 for strikes. Gwynn drew a walk, stole a base, and scored a run in the second. Hit a fly ball to right into third. First one is a called strike. I tell you what, nice play by Andre Ethier in right field to end the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 run for sure, obviously, with Morales standing at third, and perhaps even Cayaspo if that ball goes over his glove and ricochets off that wall.
Well, at least like we said, against the series against the Giants when Albert Pujols made that great play defensively. It's not necessarily always about swinging the bat. It's using that glove to prevent runs. And Ethier made an unbelievable play there to go back against the wall. That ball was hit very well the other way by Howie Kendrick. Gold Glove winner in Ethier. What about our Gold Glove winner with the Angels? Albert Pujols won a couple of them.
0-2 is ground ball off the glove of Pujols as he tried to backhand it. And the leadoff man is on board.
He just tried to work on the backhand. A tough hop.
Looked like he had plenty of time to get in front of it, but opting to go to the backhand. So Gwynn and his speed is at first base. Gordon and his speed in the batter's box. So there's a base hit for Tony Gwynn. Cayaspo in on the grass. Gordon tonight is 0 for 3. 2 ground outs and a strikeout. One ball, no strikes. Ibar and Kendrick at short and second, respectively, cheating in a couple of steps with the speed of Gordon. Takahashi will throw on the first.
Takahashi has 1 pickoff this year. He's allowed 1 stolen base in 3 attempts against him.
One 0 pitch. This is fouled back. Take a look at our, or go back to, I should say, Hyundai key to the game.
We talked about Dan Haren, of course, being able to elevate some fastball. Same thing for Takahashi. Back in high life again. Show the fastball up and finish off with that down and away pitch. That's, you got to pitch up to Tony Gwynn. He hit that baseball by Pujols at first base. You got to work down in the strike zone. Elevate for effect. Finish off down in the strike zone.
Two-one count on D. Gordon. Gwynn with a pretty good lead over at first. Looks like he wants to take off. Doesn't. Score takes outside, 3-1.
Gwynn with 10 stolen bases on the year, but has been caught 6 times.
D. Gordon wants Tim Wallach to run through the sides. Wallach basically blew him off. Didn't see him. It's 3 balls and a strike. What kind of sign are you giving a hitter here? This one hit towards second. Picked by Kendrick on the backhand for the first. Got him! Wow, what a double play. Started by Howie Kendrick. And a terrific throw by Eric Ibar, 2 down.
Well, that's about as hard as a guy as you can find to double up D. Gordon. But everything was perfect on that play. The ball was hit well. Howie on the backhand, quick flip to Ibar, gets out of the way of Tony Gwynn Jr. in the strong throw to first base. But what a play by Howie. Boy, it looked like the Eagles got a break there on that one.
Don Mattingly came out to talk things over with Dan Isonia at first base. 2 outs, bases clear for Jerry Hairston.
Not many people can turn that outside of Eric Ibar because that arm strength he has, not only to avoid the slide from Tony Gwynn Jr., but to be strong on the throw.
Strike on the outside corner. Hairston tonight 2 for 3, a couple of singles, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. Swing and a miss, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes on Hairston. Ethier's on deck. Count remains at 0-2. The Angels in the bottom of the 6th inning will have 8, 9, and 1 coming up. Ibar, Wilson, and Trout.
Well, you got a chance, and I'm sure Bobby went out to talk to Takahashi about it. You have a chance 0-2 to bounce a pitch right now. Trust Bobby to be able to keep the baseball in front if Hairston swings at it.
Another 0-2. Now one's downstairs. A ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2. Hairston pops it up. Shallow right field. Torrey Hunter coming in. Howie Kendrick gets out of the way. The inning comes to an end. We head to the bottom of the 6th. 6-5 Angels. The Angels will be setting up 8, 9, and 1 coming up here. New pitcher, but we'll take a look at tomorrow's starters and our Chevron upcoming starters for tomorrow afternoon's game.
Chris Capuano's done a fantastic job for the Dodgers this year. 8-2 mark with a 2.71 ERA. Pitched 5 innings against the Halos at Dodger Stadium versus Urban Santana, coming off that 1-hit shutout. 1 hit allowed, 1 walk in a dominant performance last time. Hopefully Urban keeps that aggressive fastball work and nasty slider, and of course his changeup too.
Jamie Wright, the veteran, takes over for Chad Billingsley. And he'll be facing Ibar, Wilson, and Trout here in the bottom of the 6th.
Jamie Wright fastball, not as much overpowering as it used to be, but still sinks it very well. 89 to 93 range. Throws a slider, a cut fastball, and a curveball.
Chad Billingsley, 5 innings, 10 hits, including the home run to Trout, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. 6 runs all earned. Eric Ibar's had himself a nice little game. 2 runs batted in, 1 for 2. Had his 3rd triple in the 4th inning. He's also scored a run, extending his inning streak to 8 games now. Oh, 1 pitch. Breaking ball, rolled foul. And it's a no ball, 2 strike count. Wright pitching now in his 25th game. A 3-2 mark, that 394 earned run average. He has 29 strikeouts at 29 and 2/3 innings, but he's also walked 14. Allowed 26 hits. Opponents hitting 234 against him. He's been around a long time. Originally a starter when he got to the big leagues. Big curveball missing away. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It's a good guy to have on your staff. He can, pitch 3-4 times on a week. He can start for you. He can give you multiple innings coming in. He could be the long guy out of the bullpen.
Breaking pitch, just got a piece of it, and he got a piece of Dale Scott, too. Wright, 37 years of age, spent last year with the Seattle Mariners. Moved over to Seattle in 2010. 3.16 ERA in 60 games for the M's last year. The 1-2 again. This one's for the jam shot, and that is under the glove of Loney, who thought it was a foul ball. Ibar is heading to second in what appears to be a double. Dan Iasonia, the first base umpire, making the call. Loney went after it, and Ibar picks up his 14th double of the season.
Boy, a nice game so far all around for Eric Ibar. Right on the chalk.
Sure enough.
Good call down there. Iasonia was all over it. Oh, just right on the chalk. 3 really good at bats. Even though Eric made it out the first at bat, he did a nice job of hitting the ball to the middle part of the field. It was an RBI ground out, and he's had a triple, now a double.
In scoring position for Bobby Wilson. Bunts went back toward the mound. Wright has it for the hesitation there. Ibar gets in there. No play whatsoever as Wilson reaches. Ibar gunned down at third. Boy, it looked like got the hand in there on the back part of the base. There was that little hesitation, too, by Jamie Wright.
Boy, I was watching that game last night, or yesterday afternoon when the Dodgers played Oakland. They had a bunt play, too, and the pitcher was in position to make a throw to third, but Uribe wasn't there to be able to apply the tag.
Yep.
This time it was Adam Kenny was in position, had the base completely blocked. No opportunity for Ibar to get his hand in.
So fielder's choice, and that's how Wilson reaches. And here's Mike Trout. Looks at a fastball inside. Trout 1 for 3. Tried to bunt his way on to the first. Struck out on the second. Homered in the 4th. His 7th home run of the season. That'll leave it a count at a ball and a strike.
Again, the mindset for Jamie Wright was he was going to make that play at third base. That's why he was able to field that and throw over there to get the speedy I-bar. If you don't want, I mean, you have to have that will to be able to take that chance of throwing a third. Otherwise, you're just going to take the out at first.
That's why in those situations, you're looking for a bunt, hopefully down the third base line to force the third baseman to come in. 1-1 pitch. Just missed off the plate. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, getting back to that play I was watching with Uribe and Lindblom yesterday. He got off the mound very well, but Uribe came in because it was bunted down the third base line. They didn't make the play, and of course Cespedes hit a 3-run home run to win that game, a walk-off for Oakland against the Dodgers yesterday.
Wilson over at first. The 2-1 pitch is a strike. Trout calling time as Wright was coming set. Full count. Torrey Hunter's on deck. Albert Pujols after him. Eric Ibar with a leadoff double. He just tried to sacrifice him over to third. He was thrown out by Jamie Wright. Bobby Wilson standing at first base. Eric has himself a 2-for-3 game with a couple of runs batted in.
Huge alley to right center field for Trout.
Wilson takes off. The 3-2 is inside. He walked him. 20 years of age, you start the catcher from first base on a 3-2 count with 1 out. That's trust.
I was just going to say that was the exact word I was going to use. Trust in his ability to not swing in a pitch out of the strike zone. Or if it's in the strike zone, you're going to make contact with it. That on-base percentage, for his age, it's amazing to watch his approach. As a pitcher we're going against him, you think, okay, I can live away on him, possibly with fastballs, but then he makes adjustments and hits the ball well to right field.
Torrey swinging through the fastball a little bit tardy on it. It's 0-1. Hunter's 1 for 3. The single back in the first inning, tried to bunt his way on in the third and struck out in the fourth against Billingsley. Bobby Wilson standing at second, Trout at first. 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 2 now. Just looking at the walk totals for this Angels team. Trout picked one up just now. That's his 20th walk that he has notched this year. That now puts him second on the team. Albert Pujols has 24 base on balls.
And coming in the game, Trout's on base percentage of .397.
Pujols has played in 21 more games. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Albert's on deck. Dodgers with 10 hits, the Angels with 11. Scoring early in this one. Halos looking for some insurance runs with 1 out here to 6th. Runners at first and second base. 2-2 on its way. Breaking pitch, lays off. Full count. Tough pitch to lay off of, especially with 2 strikes.
Especially a curveball that's on the inner half of the play too, because it looks inviting coming in as a hitter. There's a sharp break just out of the strike zone. Now you wonder if Bobby Wilson and Mike Trout will be going again on a 3-2.
Wilson and Trout take off. Torrey lines with a right. There's a base hit. Wilson will score. Trout's at third base. He's going to be waved in. The relay throw from Harrison, not in time. That's a 2 RBI single. Makes it 8-5 Angels.
It's almost unfair to score on that play for Mike Trout. No hesitation with Dino Evil, even with Albert Pujols coming up next. A great approach, great at bat by Torrey Hunter to go the other way. That's a pretty good pitch. Inside out, great approach, base hit. Bobby Wilson going, Mike Trout going. He has to make sure that baseball gets through. And Andre Ethier, one of the strongest arms in right field. Not a bad relay also, but Trout is just too fast. Torrey gets 2 RBIs on a single at first and second. It's all his at bat, working the count back to a 3-2 hitter's count.
Here's Albert Pujols with 1 out and a man at first base. It does not get old watching the natural do his thing.
When Torrey hit that ball in right field, I'm thinking, you know, Dino's going to send him home.
Ball gets away, and Torrey will advance. Error on Jamie Wright.
I'm still shaking my head that Mike Trout scored from that one. And he had to wait to make sure that baseball originally stopped for a second as the ball got over Harrison's head at second, and then turned on the afterburners and scores. You know, Torrey likes it. Give him a couple RBIs in that one swing.
There's a strike. 0-1. Hit down the right field line, but slicing foul and out of play. Jason Isringhausen begins to loosen. Breaking pitch, chopped on the ground to the left side. Kennedy has it. 2 outs. Hunter advances to third. Here comes Kendrys Morales.
He's had a good game already himself. A couple hits, including a double.
Kendricks is 2 for 3. A single and a double. He's also scored a run. He's got Hunter standing at third base. Lays off, and it's a called strike on the inside corner. Kendricks, I think, asking if it was called on location or called on the swing. Either way, it's still a strike. Oh, 2. He strikes out, swinging on a high fastball. The inning comes to an end. And up to 4, the Angels scored twice. We've played 6. Halos lead at 8-5.
with 2. Bacon burger, a charbroiled beef patty with 2 kinds of melted cheese, 2 strips of crispy bacon, only at Carl's Jr. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T Rethink Possible. And by Dodge. Top of the 7th inning, it is 8-5 Angels. Mike Scioscia and Rick Smith going out to the mound to looks like perhaps something's wrong with Hisanori Takahashi. Maybe something's wrong with the mound. But when you see the trainer out there, that's not a good sign. So Jason Isringhausen was loosening. It looks like Scott Downs now also playing catch. There's the Angels pen. Looks like Takahashi is going to be taken out of this game. And once we hear word as to what's going on, we will certainly pass it along to you.
Because it's an injury that allows Scott Downs. They decided to come in with Scott Downs as many pitches as he wants now to get ready.
They had to wait for Yo Terada, the translator, the interpreter, come out and talk things over with Takahashi. Because it is an injury, it doesn't matter how many pitches Downs threw in the bullpen, he'll get as long as he needs, or at least we're assuming it's an injury. Obviously, when a trainer's out there, Takahashi is still in the dugout, so Downs will have as much as he needs as far as time is concerned to get ready for the 7th. We're going to step away for a moment, and the Angels still on top 8-5. Is ready to go, and he'll face Andre Ethier here in the 7th inning. He'll be followed by Bobby Abreu, then Juan Rivera. So a couple of lefties to start this 7th inning. The first one to Ethier is outside, a breaking ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Scott Downs, no record, a .39 ERA, pitching in his 27th game. He has 6 saves this year. 23 in the 3rd innings, 18 hits, 16 strikeouts, and 5 walks. Ethier with a 3-for-3 game as he bounces this one over to Howie Kendrick. 1 out to start the 7th. Hey, reserve a suite today for the Kenny Chesney and Tim McGraw concert on July the 14th. Enjoy the concert in style with your friends, family, or business associates. For more information or to reserve your suite, just call 888-796-HALO today. So 1 out, nobody on for Bobby Abreu. Hit the 3-run home run in the first inning, struck out of the second, rolled into a 3-6-3 inning-ending double play in the fourth. Takahashi, by the way, went 1 inning, allowed a hit, the rest zeros.
What a double play they were able to turn Takahashi on the mound. Howie to Ibar to Pujols, 4-6-3 double play.
One pitch inside, 2 balls and a strike. Dodgers have action in their bullpen. Looks like Jamie Wright's just going 1 inning after giving up 2 runs in the 6th. Todd Coffey is listening. Ground ball to second. Now he's got it. 2 down.
Scott does a great job as far as living down in the strike zone. He keeps left-handed batters honest by being able to pitch that fastball at 89 to 90 inside, then fastballs away, always down around knee level. A lot of ground ball outs, a lot of ground balls back to middle, up the middle towards him too.
Two up and 2 down, and Juan Rivera coming to the plate. Halos needing a victory with the Texas Rangers defeated the Colorado Rockies earlier tonight. With a final of 4-1 to remain 5 games back. Rivera takes down low. 44,548 in the house tonight. That's the largest regular season crowd in the reconfigured Angel Stadium.
You see a lot of standing room only all around the stadium there. This is a huge crowd.
Here's the 1-1 downstairs, 2 balls and a strike. Rivera has popped out, singled home a run, and singled, stranded. That was that 5th inning in which Dan Haren gave up the single to Rivera after the Angels took a 6-5 lead, and then Haren struck out the next 3. Loney, Kennedy, and Ellis.
His best inning by far, and his command inside and outside. That rest of that inning was perfect for him. Good inning to build on.
2-1. Bouncer slowly hit up the third base line. Callas will bare hand throw to first on a time. It's an infield base hit. So a 3-hit game for Rivera. Ethier has one as well. And Elian Herrera is going to pitch in here for James Loney. We'll see that too often, a regular corner infielder. With 2 outs here to man at first base, seeing the pitch hitter unless something's wrong with Loney. And Herrera, the switch hitter, will come on.
Pretty close to even splits for him. I think 250 against left-handed pitching, 261 versus right-handed pitching.
Figure that Rivera will go to first base and Herrera will replace him out at left. 8-5. Halos lead this one here in the 7th with 2 outs. Man at first. And here's Herrera. A .282 average for Herrera. No home runs. 14 runs batted in. Native of San Pedro de Macorís, the Dominican Republic. Spent a long time in a minor league system for the Dodgers before finally getting an opportunity. He certainly has held his own in the first 34 games of his Dodger big league career. Getting 273 from the left side, 294 from the right. 0 for 2 as a pinch hitter. Downs' 0-1 is looped in the air to shallow right center field. Howie going out and can't make the catch. A little flare single for Herrera. So 2 on and 2 out now for Adam Kennedy.
Boy, dribble it down the third baseline to flare the right field.
And now they're going to pinch hit for Kennedy as Juan Uribe will come up. Uribe hitting .234 on the season with 1 home run and 12 runs batted in. 0 for 3 as a pinch hitter. Mike Butcher's going to go out, go over the quick scouting report once again on Uribe.
One thing we know about Uribe, he likes to jump on that first pitch fastball.
Uribe missed 27 games earlier this year due to a strained left wrist. A .167 average against left-handed pitching this season. 7 for 42. Juan Rivera standing at second base. Elian Herrera standing at first. Looking for that third and final out here in the 7th inning. First one from Downs, who's down low. Uribe, usually when he swings, it's with some authority. He is not swinging for a base hit. It comes from the old adage of swing your way off the island, swing hard just in case you make contact. Couple of glances back. He takes down low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Three balls and no strikes. Trying to stay away from Uribe.
Gotta be careful. He might be swinging up there 3-0.
He is swinging. And you got him to swing your pitch down and away. 3-1.
Well, he was guessing, hoping there would be a fastball middle part of the plate and try to turn on it.
Foul back, full count. Runners will be off at the pitch.
He challenged him with a fastball there, 3-1. Now you can try to sink that fastball away.
3-2. Ground ball to short. Eric Ibar is there. He'll go on to first. Inning is over. 7th inning stretch time here at the Big A. The Halos lead it 8-5.
Take.
Crazy you can taste. And by Southern California Toyota. Check out the full line of fuel-efficient vehicles at your Southern California Toyota dealer.
Bottom of the 7th inning, the Halos with an 8-5 lead. A couple of changes for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Elliot Herrera remains in the game in left field. As we speculated, it means Juan Rivera will take over at first base. Juan Uribe is over at third. And we've got ourselves a new pitcher. Todd Coffey, the right-handed reliever, takes over for Jamie Wright.
Todd Coffey throws a lot of fastballs, about 70% of his pitches fastball, and his fastball 91 to 95. Will also throw a slider and an occasional split finger fastball.
Nice job by Scott Downs to get out of that little jam that he got into. A couple of singles with 2 outs, getting Uribe after falling behind at 3-0.
Yeah, he got him to swing at that 3-0 pitch. And he challenged him with a fastball. 3-1, fouled it straight back, and then sank the fastball and got a ground ball out.
Mark Trout will lead things off, followed by Alberto Callaspo, then Howie Kendrick. The first one's a breaking pitch. It catches the corner. 0-1 count. Trouble tonight, 1 for 3, a single with a run scored in the second. Oh, 2 count. Jamie Wright with 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 2 runs, both earned. 5 runs, 12 hits, 1 error, 8 left on for the Dodgers. Strumbo strikes out swinging for the first down here in the 7th. The Angels with 8 runs, 12 hits, no errors, and 5 men left on base. I mentioned in the 6th inning, the Angels needing a victory tonight to remain 5 back of the division-leading Texas Rangers, who took care of Colorado tonight, or earlier tonight, I should say. Halos at 38-32 with a win tonight would move to 39-32, a season high 7 games over 500, and would stay 5 back in the standings. Oakland currently leading San Francisco 3-1 at the Coliseum. The only other game that's still ongoing, aside from that one and ours here, it's the Padres and the Mariners down at Petco. Padres leading Seattle 9-5. That game in the ninth. Alberto Callaspo with a 2-for-2 night as he swings through the off-speed pitch. It's 0-2.
Some real good approaches in this game so far. Pulled off on that off-speed pitch.
Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball in the dirt.
So far in this game, Callaspo has not chased any of those breaking pitches. They've tried a number of times to get him to swing over top of whether it's a curveball or a slider down and in. He's done a good job as far as expanding his strike zone and swinging those pitches out in the dirt.
Well, the consistent at-bat certainly helps anybody. You know, obviously, we've seen kind of the revolving door at third base this year. 2-2. Lays off, full count. Howie Kendrick is on deck. Payoff pitch, and that is fouled off the screen. It kind of woke up Scott Downs down there.
Scott's probably saying, I've had enough baseballs hit back at me.
Yeah, you can't get away from it.
You can't. Then he finds you in the dugout also.
Aren't those things called ugly finders?
No.
That's not one of those words or terms.
Never heard that one before.
Yeah, okay. 3-2. Breaking ball got him looking. Callaspo tried to sell it. 2 outs.
Backdoor slider. Looked like it just off the plate.
Here's Howie Kendrick. 2 outs, nobody on. Andre Ethier made a terrific play to end the bottom of the 5th inning. See Jason Isringhausen ready to go. Robbing Howie of a base hit. He's the only guy, the only starter for the Angels without a knock tonight, but he did have a sacrifice fly in the second. 0-for-2. 2 balls and no strikes. Two-one pitch. Breaking ball slowly hit to second. Ball has a lot of spin on it. The Angels go down in order for the first time tonight. 7 in the books here at the Big A. 8-5 Angels.
Let's take a look at our Land Rover game summary. After the Dodgers had that 5-0 early lead, Eric Ibar with the furious comeback, triple scores Callaspo, then scores the tying run on a suicide squeeze. Mike Trout with that great power, his 7th home run of the season. The Halos the lead, and then Torrey Hunter with some insurance, inside-out approach, scores 2 on a base hit to right field. We're 8-5 here in the top of the 8th.
Peter Borges takes over in center field, thus moving Mike Trout over to left. So Mark Trumbo no longer in the game. He finishes this one going 1 for 4 and extending his hitting streak to 6 games. Jason Isringhausen pitching in his 27th game now comes on with a 2-0 record, a 1.80 ERA. He'll face Ellis, Gwynn, and Gordon, barring a pinch hitter situation. A.J. Ellis 1 for 3. Get a single back in the 3rd. First one is in for a strike. Isringhausen pitched last night, on Wednesday night. 1 inning, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. Breaking ball drops in there, 0-2.
Well, that seems to be the theme against A.J. Ellis this entire game. 0-1, 0-2. Fights off some tough pitches, takes a couple pitches along the strike zone, and as we know, he fights back into the count.
He's a 270 hitter with 2 strikes, so he's not afraid to hit from behind. Fouls this one back. Count remains at 0-2.
His last time up, Haren painted the outside corner on him. With A.J., he fights off some tough pitches. And most of his opportunity to be the everyday catcher.
Another 0-2. Breaking ball outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dodgers with 3 in the first, 2 in the second. Goose eggs the rest of the way. The Angels 3 in the bottom of the second, 3 in the bottom of the 4th, and 2 in the bottom of the 6th. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here he is fighting his way back into the count, evening up now at 2.
Check swing foul, well, that ball just ran in. Dive bomb style, right in on the hands of Ellis.
Yeah, Isringhausen wasn't happy with his delivery there. That went to a little cut fastball, got underneath it.
Tony Gwynn Jr.'s on deck, then Deke Gordon to follow. Ground ball, weakly hit towards second. Howie has it. 1 away. So up steps Gwynn. Tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock start here at the Big A. Chris Capuano, the left-hander, going up against Urban Santana's Belisario will be coming on. It appears in the bottom of the 8th inning.
We hope Urban builds on what he did that last time out, which he was nearly perfect in that game. Great command of his fastball. His slider was very effective.
First one is in for a strike. Dale Scott pausing for a moment before ringing that one up. Gwynn tonight with a walk, a stolen base and a run scored. He's also singled to hit a fly ball to right. That puts him at 1 for 2. The pitch, chop to the right side. Pujols will take it himself. 2 outs. Hey, subscribe to MLB.tv today. You can see every Angels out-of-market game live online in HD quality. Just visit Angels.com to order. Get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. Back to the top of the order now, D. Gordon, who is 0 for 4. 1 ball, no strikes.
Again, Howie playing in from his second base position just in case D. Gordon tries to drag a baseball to that side of the infield.
Son of former big league pitcher Tom Gordon. Flash. Did he have that kind of speed? Did he have D speed?
He could run.
All right, but did he have D speed?
No.
Because he wasn't named Flash for his speed. It was obviously
he could throw 95, exactly. 96 with an unbelievable Burt Blyleven-ish curveball.
And for a little guy, he could bring it.
Well, all-time favorite teammates. Great guy. He's a starter, closed, very good closer.
You think Tom liked Flash Gordon as a kid?
When you throw that hard, you can be called anything. You're going to be good any way you look at it.
2-1 pitch outside. 3 balls in a strike. Ernesto Frieri begins to play catch. Full count now. Jerry Hairston is on deck. Three-two lifted in the air to left. Trout backing up on it is there. 1-2-3 inning. The Dodgers go down in order. We hit to the bottom of the 8th, still 8-5 Angels. Fitting new pitcher on for the Los Angeles Dodgers is the very deliberate Ronald Belisario. Comes on relief of Todd Coffey, got himself a 1-2-3, 7th inning.
Belisario fastball at 93 to 96. Will also throw a slider. Majority of his pitches are fastballs. He can sink the fastball also as a 4-seam fastball up in the strike zone.
Belisario to face 8, 9, and 1 here in the 8th inning. Ibar, Wilson, and then Trout. Eric Ibar's had a nice game tonight, 2 for 3. A double, a triple, 2 runs batted in. Uribe playing in over at third base just in case Eric has any ideas. Dropping one down as the first one is fouled back. Frieri continues to loosen in the bullpen for the Angels. There's Ernesto.
Well, Ibar's had himself a great game both on the offensive side and with the glove.
Trying to slap his way on. And it's 0-2. Oh, 2 on its way. Shank foul just over the Dodger dugout. And that may have gotten somebody. Hopefully she's all right. A couple of rows just behind the Dodger dugout. That pitch was behind Eric Ibar at 95 miles an hour.
Talking about missing location by a lot.
That actually got the shin guard of Dale Scott. Two and two now. Bouncer up the line and foul. Dodgers in the ninth inning will have Harrison, Ethier, and Abreu due up against Ernesto Frieri, assuming the score remains the same. Another 2-2 for Belisario, and this one's lifted foul and out of play. So 4:05 start tomorrow, 12:35 start on Sunday. And interleague play done. Little chopper towards second. Harrison comes charging in, and just get Ibar by his step, and there's out number one.
Well, he was almost able to beat that out. It was a slow roller. Harrison made a nice play. The transfer gets Ibar by a half a step.
Bobby Wilson will step to the plate. Next year, because of the Houston Astros moving into the American League West and two 15-team leagues, interleague play will be spread out all season long. So it won't be a stoppage, if you will, for 2 weeks of just taking on interleague action. It'll be just kind of spread out throughout the year.
Yeah, you wonder how they're going to do it, though, next year. If it will be against the West again, NL West, or the NL Central, or that would be the normal cycle, would be the NL Central next year.
Wilson swinging through that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bobby with a single. Picked up an RBI on a sacrifice. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored the 6th. 1-for-2 game. Ball and 2 strikes. I think I might have a better appreciation for interleague going into next season with it being spread out. I'm a big fan of just, it seems like everything kind of changes for, feels like we've been playing interleague games for a month now. Bobby grounds this one over to Juan Rivera. Belisario, a little bit of a late break, still beats Wilson. There are 2 outs as Mike Trout will step up.
Now it's time for a Coors Light. Cold, hard blast. The score tied in the bottom of the 4th. It's not tied anymore. Mike Trout to left center field, his 7th home run. And we see the 29th RBI. Continues to amaze. That was a Coors Light Cold Hard Blast brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light.
Trout tonight 1 for 3. Homered in that 4th inning, walked and scored in the 6th. Ball and a strikeout, Trout. Fireworks after the game. National game tomorrow. Baseball night in America. As Trout looks at a breaking pitch for a strike. It's 1-2. The Angels embark on their last road trip before the All-Star break. 3 cities, 2 games in Baltimore, 4 in Toronto, 3 in Cleveland. Then come home to take on the Baltimore Orioles for 4 games, and All-Star break is upon us. 2-2.
It's hard to believe that's right around the corner.
It's the 37th home game for the Angels. Two on its way. Fastball just below the knees. Belisario thought he had it. Pretty good pitch. Full count.
Well, that's a heavy sinker he throws. 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
There's the payoff, and he walked him. 2-out walk puts a man on for Torrey Hunter.
Again, a youngster.
Don Mattingly's going to go to the bullpen here with 2 outs in the 9th inning, and Torrey Hunter coming up, make a pitching change. So the score remains 8-5, and we're going to go to the pen. John Tollison's coming on. Still 8-5 Angels. Here in the 8th inning after the walk to Mike Trout. Sean Tollefson out of Baylor University comes on, pitching in his 4th big league game. Dodgers 2011 minor league pitcher of the year last season after going 7-2 with 25 saves between Great Lakes, Rancho Cucamonga, and then Double-A Chattanooga. 2 innings, 1 earned run in 3 games. Made his big league debut on the 27th. A 30th round pick in 2010. Grew up in Allen, Texas, just north of Dallas. Facing Torrey Hunter with a man at first. Torrey Hunter is 2 for 4. 2 singles, 2 runs batted in. Nineteen stolen bases for Trout. He's been caught 3 times. He's been on board 3 times this evening. Tollefson has been in for several minutes now, yet to throw pitch.
You can tell most of these times it's a call from the bench as far as holding the baseball, stepping off, throwing over.
Torrey looks at a strike.
And he quick pitched there throughout the timing of Torrey and Trout at first base.
Ernesto Frieri now in the 6th inning of his simulated game out in the bullpen. That's how long this bottom of the 8th is taken. Jordan Walters decided to join in. He's going to have to relieve him here soon. The 0-1. Breaking ball downstairs. Torrey had that big 2 RBI single in the 6th inning. Then scored Mike Trout all the way from first base. Runners were going. Bobby Wilson from second and Trout from first. But
still, that baseball was hit right at Ethier in right field.
Yeah. It wasn't even close. Relay from Harrison. Trout takes off. The pitch is bounced up the third base side. Uribe has it. Gets rid of it quickly. The inning finally comes to an end. We head to the 9th here at the Big A. The Angels with an 8-5 lead. Socha has turned the baseball over to Ernesto Frieri to face 2, 3, and 4 for the Dodgers here in the ninth inning. Hairston, Ethier, and Abreu.
And Ernesto's throwing the ball so well with that good moving fastball. He has 93 to 95, sometimes at 96. Very good slider, 35 punch outs, and 19 2/3 innings pitched so far as a member of the Halos. Mixing the fact he had 18 strikeouts and 11 2/3 innings pitched for the Padres.
Frieri last pitched on Tuesday, went a third of an inning in that game. Went 1 inning in Sunday's win against the Arizona Diamondbacks. That was his 7th save of the year. The former San Diego Padre, native of Colombia, to face Jerry Hairston Jr. as he gets ready for his plate appearance. Hairston, the second baseman, 2 for 4 with a couple of singles, an RBI, and 2 fly balls out to right field. He's also scored 2 runs. First one is inside for ball 1. Frieri on to try to save this one for Dan Haren, who struggled with his 5 runs through the first 2 innings, but that's all he limited the Dodgers to. Halos bounce back to score 6 through 4. Dan pitched the requisite 5 innings, and he is in line for his 5th win.
Yeah, you look for the positives. That last inning, he struck out the side. After a leadoff base hit by Rivera, 3 straight strikeouts for Haren.
The 1-1 pitch. Boy, jammed a little soft liner to short. There's the first down of the inning. So 1 away for Andre Ethier. Ethier's had a big game tonight, 3 for 4. Juan Rivera also with a 3-hit game. The first one's up and away. 3 singles for Ethier. Grounded out of the 7th. Frieri is the 4th reliever used by Socha. Takahashi 1 inning, although he came back out for the 7th, had to be removed due to stiffness in his hip. Scott Downs took over, went 1 inning, struck out none, walked none, but gave him 2 hits, both with 2 outs, and left them stranded. Jason Isringhausen a scoreless 8th inning as he retired the side in order. Swing and a miss. 2-1 now.
Well, you know you have a good fastball when you're behind an account 2-0 as a pitcher, and you can challenge a hitter like Ethier to a fastball middle of the plate, and he's late on it.
Missed inside. It's 3 balls and a strike. Pretty good pitch, and he walked him. Bill Scott not ringing it up.
Fastball upper part of the strike zone. Even Ethier was hesitant going down the line. Although Dale Scott's been pretty consistent throughout this entire game.
Bobby Abreu steps in with a 1 for 4 game. 3-run home run in the first inning. Ethier takes off. Pujols not holding him on, and the first one's outside, and it's ball 1.
Frieri with now his 14th walk in 20 innings pitched.
Home run for Abreu in the first inning, his second of the season for the Dodgers. So he was released on April the 30th by the Halos. One ball, one strike. Bobby doesn't like the call. Two and one. Trying to go with the breaking pitch.
Well, if he gets command of that slider at some point, his numbers are great as it is, but makes that fastball even better when he can throw his slider for a strike.
Caught the inside corner, and again Abreu doesn't like the call. That was the slider again. It's 2-2. Ethier with a one-out walk stands over at second base after he took the extra 90 feet, courtesy of defensive indifference. Now the 2-2. Liner to third, 2 outs. Halos an out away from picking up their third win against the Dodgers this year. Juan Rivera will step to the plate, 3 for 4 tonight. First one, fastball. Just downstairs, 1 ball, no strikes.
Not a bad spot there at 96 for Ernesto.
The 1-0 pitch. Fastball right down the pipe, and it's 1-1. Fifteen pitches thrown by Frieri. Here's the 16th. It's a fastball right down the pipe again. 1-2. $44,548 in the house tonight. Another big crowd expected tomorrow late afternoon. Ethier at second. Here's the 1-2 to Rivera. Fastball. Got him looking. Light that baby up as the Angels win this one 8-5.
What a big victory for the Angels. Fall behind to the Dodgers by 5. That big 3-run bottom of the second. Great at bats throughout. Torrey Hunter, Eric Ibar, Roberto Callaspo. Of course, Mike Trout. Bullpen help. 4 shutout innings out of the bullpen. Dan Haren